can't handle the pressure. I can't handle the pressure.
So glad that's the first thing people will hear.
I know, right? I figured, if anyone's ever gonna watch this, they need to be like scared shitless to be like kept entertained. They'd be like, "Oh, what happened? What is this?" They're definitely gonna talk about this, and we won't. Ah, shit! I just gave it away, didn't I? Crap. That was gonna be the cliffhanger for like 6 more episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't really talk. We don't talk enough about the narrative structure of this podcast.
No, I do believe it's because there isn't much of one. Is it like I mean like we try to stay somewhat on the topic, but if we end up going somewhere else, that's just what happens. And then
Oh
we have
yeah. But I'm talking like really behind the scenes here, like the storylines we got planned out, and the plots, and the surprises, the twists and turns.
I see.
Yeah.
The OnlyFans. I see. Yes, yes. No, but yeah, that's true. We should make a Patreon for that, and then come up with something that is just not true at all. Something
Yeah.
that we just like made up stories about what happened on set. Shit.
But I don't know. I feel like that might undercut my new podcast a little.
Ah, that's true. That's a fair point. That is true. Oh, that reminds me. I still need to send you all that. I'm gonna see if I can get this YouTube studio up on here. I need to send you that all. That all. Papa. Hello, my name is Patapo. Um, all that scenery stuff I found.
Yeah.
Hey. So, if I'm not mistaken, we've had a total of 20 views in the last 28 days. That goes for live and offline, I'm pretty sure as well. And a watch time total of 3.9 hours.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty good actually. Like, I mean, all things considered,
Yeah.
right? Wait. Ah, here we go. Excuse me. You did go online, right?
Yeah, I did.
Well, that is funny.
It's not working.
It's not coming up in my app at least. I'll check on Google
good.
Chrome. YouTube. Nope.
Yeah, it's online. It says it's live.
That's weird then. So we go here, then I go down into Pharoes Brothers. Then wait. Why don't we have that? That's unfair. Yeah, it does say it's live.
Right. What a great
Go for it.
segue to get into today's video. A video where we're just gonna take it easy because I'm tired.
We're both tired, I think.
Fair. But no,
We're all tired.
today's topic is musings on music, and I don't know, just music in general. I think we both have like strong. I don't know if connection is the right word. Like we love music.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to
say. Yeah.
Um,
I think saying strong connections is fair, isn't it?
yeah, but more like in a way that I didn't want to say that we have a stronger connection than others. It's just we really like it.
Mm. Oh yeah. True.
Yeah.
True. That's fair.
So I thought we could start with talking a little bit about our credentials, like what is our relation to music. Yeah, just short.
Mr. Toby. Mr.
Yeah, would you
Toby.
like to say something?
Question: are we talking about credentials? Oh, blocking all the way there. Are we talking about credentials or are we talking about connection though? Because like credentials to me sound like it is the why are you certified, or like what kind of knowledge or connection do you have to music that makes you able to talk about it as
Right,
a
right.
professional?
Yeah. No, definitely our connection to it.
Right. Sorry, I know I said I was going to sit still, but
Yeah.
okay. So our connection to it.
Yeah. I guess I'll just start then. Since you're gone.
I don't know. I'm right.
First song title of the episode, by the way. But yeah. So I've I've always
Wait.
wait what?
First song title. What was the song title?
Since you're gone.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure it is. I don't know
That is guaranteed.
specifically.
Like, it has to be. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No matter. I mean, I asked you to do it. So, by the way, yeah, for any viewers out there, Jacob is taking down all the songs and artists we mention tonight, and then we'll put it in the video description so you can check it out.
Aye.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. It's going to be
Yeah.
one hell of a playlist.
Yeah, because obviously we can't really play any of it here.
No. I mean, we could. But...
Yeah, but it would be like very stupid.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have that kind of money. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep, cool.
So, I guess I come from a somewhat musical family. From my mother, at least. Very good at playing the piano, the guitar. Sings like an angel. Like, really.
Is that another song title, I think?
Probably. Yeah, so from early on in my life, I've been, I don't know, exposed to music in a lot of ways. And yeah, I started taking piano lessons in the 3rd grade. And
he's very good at it.
well, I was.
I mean,
I don't practice a lot anymore, so.
Nah, I mean, okay. Now I'm just gonna say, I think you're being too humble right now. I know, like, you probably lost a little bit of the touch, but it's gotta be a little bit like riding a bike. You don't really forget it. It's just you gotta get those fingers warmed up again, and then you'll be Elvis. No, not Elvis. What's his name? John.
Legend?
No.
Or...
No, Elton John. That's the guy, isn't it? With the piano.
Yeah, it is. The Piano
Hello.
Man, actually.
Hey, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna put that down.
Yeah. So, but it was mostly like classical music in the early years. I studied, and then when we got to go to school together, I tried my hand at some more rhythmic stuff. Yeah, and I think ultimately I've landed in a place where, I don't know, I go for some like movie score type is what's the most fun
Yeah.
to play, because it mixes like the best of both worlds, I think.
True. True. There's like a bunch of different vibes to all of that as well.
Yeah, yeah,
It's an unending world of feelings.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So also, when we were at school together, I started composing some of my own stuff, and I have had very I don't know what to say, happy times. It has given me a lot of
Good times.
good times. Yeah, yes, I think that's like my connection with the music.
Yeah. So would you say you're letting the good times roll?
Definitely.
Uh, uh. Wait, I think that counts as another song, doesn't it? Your introduction to Let the Good Times Roll?
Yeah.
Intro slash outro. I'm gonna put it in. We gotta upload that just like on its own in some way
Yeah, we
at some
should.
point. Yeah, because it's a really good piece of music. I found it randomly. Uh, one of the episodes we recorded the other day, and it is one hell of a banger you made
Yeah.
there. I'll tell you. No, really, it's yeah, put me right back into wanting to play that game.
Yeah. So
Anything else?
what's your story?
What's my story? Well, to really know my story, we gotta go back to the beginning. See, I was running after this bus, and then the bus driver stopped and broke my nose with the bus mirror, and then no. Um, I think to try and tell it somewhat fast, I have always found it a way to like escapism, really,
Mm.
because I have had the fortunate life of having a mother that's an alcoholic and a dad who's a bit of a deadbeat. Um, he wasn't able to get me. Both really nice people, all in all, very good people. My mother, especially, kindest person you would have ever met. Um, but yeah, so I used it as a bit of escapism, and I think since then it's just been a way for me to also figure out my own feelings. If you can, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I can use it as sort of like a therapy almost. Uh, because and this is coming from the mouth of a professional therapist, psychologist. It is actually, um, who said that I work very professionally with my emotions when I'm trying to figure them out. So then taking music and then listening to it and then going through the emotions of that song can then spark a thought in my head and like make me realize why I'm feeling some way or something. And that has been an incredibly good way to work through a lot of things, especially my mother's death, where we also played Hallelujah by what's his name? Mike something?
Cohen?
Yes, that sounds about
No, wait, it's Leonard Cohen. I don't know
right.
who
Oh,
this Mike person is.
isn't the guy that played the version from Shrek? Is that Leonard Cohen?
Oh no, I don't think so.
Like the Hallelujah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, yeah,
Leonard Cohen wrote it originally. I think.
that would make sense. Yeah. So it sure has like a big role to play in my life. And also, we're both, somewhat trying to. I'm also trying to get into making music, but like you have a lot more proficiency at that than I do. But I'm
Yeah,
gonna get there.
yeah, and I think it's so easy now with programs like Logic or Fruit Loop Studios, all those types
Mm.
of programs, and it's really accessible for a lot of people, which I think is great. Uh, I used to be more of a purist. I was like, it's so bad. Everyone can just make music on their laptop now. Uh, but honestly, like, I think that's great because ultimately you get a larger pool of creativity, and I mean, while
Oh
it
yeah.
is harder to break through as an artist these days, I think the joy that so many people can get from just creating it for themselves is truly, I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah. It also like it allows some people to just make music for the sake of making music.
Yeah,
Like some people that do want to break through, but if they don't, they can at least find happiness and calm and rest in the fact that they made something that they really wanted to make. That's their own.
exactly. Yeah, and it's like you said,
Yeah.
it's therapeutic.
Mm. Yeah, it really is. If I think even if we look at like something like Eminem, do you want me to type down artists as well, just songs?
No, go ahead. Yeah, artists, songs,
Okay,
genres,
I'll try
albums.
my best. Oh my god, I'll try. This is a big task now. Yeah, like even if you look at like Eminem and all the stuff, like there is a bunch of his music that is him going through shit in his life, like most artists make things about stuff that they've gone through. But him going through things with his mother and his daughter, and like how his dad was never there.
Yeah,
Uh, Personally, lately I've been very happy listening to something called "Music to Be Murdered By." I think.
that's dark.
Yes, it's kind of a weird take where you started with Alfred Hitchcock, like giving a little bit of a speech from like an old thriller movie kind of thing.
Mm.
Uh, and then yeah, it goes off. It's crazy. You should listen to that one time. It's really
Yeah,
cool. Some of them are not dark songs, I think. Well, okay, maybe not. Maybe they're all kind of dark, but they're not all music to be murdered by. Some of them just happen to have murders in them. Well, no, yeah, it's really nuts. It's it's also made Tinder really weird when it's so easy to make music because now people are just using Tinder to like for an advert for the music.
seriously.
I've noticed. Yeah, there's a lot of people who are just like, I make music. This is my music. You can find it here. And that's all they say in their bio. They could even have someone like a significant other, and they're just there to
Promote.
just
Yeah,
throw out a promote. Yeah, exactly. That's the word. Promote.
and I think that's actually one of the points I wanted to get to. That to be a successful artist today, um, especially if you're an independent, uh,
Mm.
I mean, you don't just have to be good at making music. You have to have a social media presence. You have to, know your shit about marketing or uh, at least like how to get people to engage with your content. I mean, you
Yeah.
got to be available nonstop. I feel like.
Yeah.
I heard someone say that for someone to actually engage properly with your content on social media, you would actually have to post it 7 times. Um,
I could see that having some truth to it.
yeah, so
Like it's
that's why you see
go on.
so many of the same types of posts when an artist releases a new song, or I don't know if you've seen any of the promotional stuff from Miley Cyrus with the flowers.
No, I don't think I have. What is it? Anything like crazy?
No, I mean it's just I don't know, a lot of ads. She just released this song and some of the
Mm.
background behind the lyrics and stuff. And then you're attacked by that on social media for like a week or two, and then you know they just throw shit up on the wall and hope some of it sticks. I guess.
Aye,
Although it is a very
that is
good
very
song.
true. Although what?
It is a very good song. I didn't mean to call the song shit.
No. Yeah, I can't say I haven't heard it.
Can't say
Haven't
you
heard
haven't
much.
heard it.
Can't say. Dot. haven't heard it.
Oh,
But
right. Okay.
mm, mm. Yeah, no. I cannot say that I haven't heard it. Well, I mean, I guess technically I can't really do that either because I might have just stumbled upon it like by pure happenstance. Is that a word? That's a good word, isn't
Yeah.
it? Happenstance.
Like fancy.
Yes, yes. Yeah. Yeah, so like it might have come up. Actually, I might have actually heard it today. I think I heard
Huh.
Miley Cyrus on the radio. Radio P3, Radio P3.
Yeah.
They should play
I
that.
mean,
Like that's all the pop,
yeah,
new pop.
exactly.
Yeah.
It goes like, I
But
can buy myself flowers. Write
yes,
my
yeah,
name
yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
sand. Yeah,
That's it. About
it's a
how
banger.
she doesn't need someone else to love her because she can love herself and
Yeah, exactly.
something. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, yeah. Yeah, I heard that. Didn't hear much of it though, cause delivery driver, so I gotta get out of the car and go back into the
Yeah.
car. Yeah. So, but what I did here was pretty good.
Yeah.
Very decent. Very decent. Yep, yep.
Yep, 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 yep.
Yep, yep. Appa.
So you mentioned Eminem already, and I know
Yeah.
you're really into rap.
Oh, big time. Love rap, grime,
Or
hip hop.
I don't know, is hip hop a more appropriate way to?
Honestly, I haven't sat myself down to figure out where it differentiates. I
Yeah,
guess hip hop
cause
is more appropriate.
I feel like rap is just saying, "Oh, I like sing music" or something like that, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
And also because rap, you can also find rap in metal and hard rock
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
true, true.
Uh,
It's just like when it's just when you like switch out singing with the music to like singing more with the tempo, right? Isn't it? Could
yeah,
you explain like that? I guess.
yeah, I guess
Yeah,
so.
like more you're going with the drums instead of the piano. Like,
Yeah. But
yeah.
yeah. So is that all you listen to, or like favorite band, for example?
Favorite band?
Yeah.
If we're talking hip hop, I would say they're called Hilltop Hoods. They're amazing. Some say I'm once met a guy when I was at work who heard the music and he was like, "What is that? That is that like Tupac or something?" I think he said. I was like, "No, no, no, no. It's nothing like." He was like, "Ah, it just sounded very much like it because it has a bit of a old timey
Mm.
flow to it, a bit more classic." But if we're just talking band right now, I think it would be King's Kaleidoscope.
Ooh, yeah, that's good stuff.
They're really good. Yeah, especially their I think it's the newest one, isn't it? With the like rainbow emblem, or it's the second
Oh,
newest album.
I wouldn't know. It has been a while since I listened to them.
Fair enough, fair enough. You should listen to it then. It's really good.
Yeah.
Like I heard one of their songs. Well, not one of the songs. I heard that album that we are just talking about. And I was just cleaning up and then I stopped cleaning and I just went to my computer and I started writing a song. Because I was like, this is it's inspiring. Like, it's really crazy and it really like if you're someone who believes, I think in God, at least the way I do, I thought it was like it really gave me like an like spirit uplifting
Yeah.
sort of, you know. Yeah.
I think some of the band members are Christians as well. Uh,
I
in
think
King's
it's a
Kaleidoscope.
Christian band, isn't it?
Yeah, probably.
I
But
think that
some
like make
some bands don't want that label, even if the
Oh,
members
okay.
are Christian. So
Oh, that's fair enough. I just like don't they pretty much like straight up make Christian music? Like Christian rock? Of course you can listen to it even if you're not Christian because it doesn't really matter. You can put
yeah,
any
yeah, yeah.
meaning onto it. But I'm pretty sure that it is genred as Christian rock or something, right?
Probably, yeah.
Hmm. Now I want to know. Nope. The one I'm talking about is. Can I show the album cover? I can I?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That should be
shouldn't
fine.
mean like anything. This one right here,
Ooh,
called
that looks
Zeal.
good.
Yeah, it's really good, and apparently it's alternative.
Hmm.
Meh. The catch-all.
Yeah. I feel like, did we talk about that the other day? Like how
I
alternative
think
is just like a predicate you can put on anything now, music
yeah,
wise.
yeah. I think I mentioned how like in movies it's anything like if you don't know what the genre is of a movie, drama always
Mm,
works,
yeah,
and then in music, alternative always works.
I feel like that's how it went with the like indie genre in like the early tens, late zeros. It was just everywhere you looked, indie. No one really knew what it meant.
That's true. True, true, true. I still don't really know what it means to be honest.
Yeah, I looked it up with my family the other day because I said to them, "Oh yeah, there's this indie band," and then they were like, "Huh, I've never heard of that genre." Or like it described like
Oh,
that.
really?
Oh, I mean, I guess they've heard of this genre, but didn't really know
Oh,
what it was either. Or
oh okay. Okay.
and then I was like, yeah, it's the sound where it's a bit. I think I actually used the word alternative. Or um,
Mm. Comes
yeah,
full
it's a
circle.
good word. But
Yeah,
then we looked
yeah.
it up because I realized I couldn't actually really describe what it was, and it's just short for independent. So
Oh yeah. I think I've actually heard that before. Sorry. Sorry, I'm just fixing the camera angle a little bit.
yeah, just looking deep into my eyes.
Yeah. Um. No, actually, yeah. I think I googled that while me and Simon were going to Vixen's wedding as well.
Mm,
Yeah. Rung a very loud bell in my head when you said that. Because we were discussing like just like I mentioned Gorrilaz
yeah,
last time I was at yours, like in Sunday or something. At Sunday. Last Sunday? This Sunday.
last
Sunday.
Sunday.
Nearest Sunday.
Yeah.
That Sunday. Because he was like he's pretty mad at the term alternative because he's like it's such a lazy thing to do. Like give it something proper. And I was like, well, but especially if like something like Gorillaz where you can kind of you have a specific sound to them in some way. To him, I think it is actually. It's a single artist. Um, so you can definitely hear if it's Gorillaz you're listening to, but also it doesn't really stick to any genre I could come up with. Like if you
Mm,
listen to a full album, it's too different. There's so much going on because he's telling a story of like the world that he's created,
yeah.
uh, which I think is the thing called Gorillaz actually. Yeah. So yeah, I mean it's a catch-all and it's kind of annoying, but also it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes there's just no yeah. Did you know that about Gorillaz by the way?
Know what?
Um, that you've seen some of the artwork, I'm guessing, like some of the
Yeah, yeah,
album
yeah.
artwork. Yeah. So you've seen like those four people or something, I think it
Yeah,
was.
like the
Yeah, these
cartoon
monkey guys.
characters.
Exactly, the gorillas.
Yeah.
Aye. Uh, that's apparently it's just one guy apparently making all this, and it's like an imaginary world. This will also be good for your other podcast you want to do at some
Mm,
point. Um, it's an imaginary world that he's kind of thought up, and then he's trying to tell a bunch of stories. Just listening to the music, it's kind of hard to get together all of it. But Simon mentioned a like a 5 minute recap of the world so far on YouTube or something, and it's apparently really big. Like people were impressed. It could be compressed to like 5 minutes,
huh.
because there's so much going on apparently, which is
Yeah,
crazy.
that's really interesting.
Fair warning. Yeah, it's really interesting. Fair warning though. It is kind of a hellscape. It seems to have some satanic undertones or whatever. I don't know. Like it's kind of one of those, like the world's kind of gone to shit or something kind of
Yeah.
worlds. Yeah, which is kind of like ours. Mm.
Yeah, I was about to say it's not too far away from.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a bit sad. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Oh, can you see if I write something in the chat by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure it's working. Just making sure it's working. Also, if I do this. Mhm. Mhm. Did it work?
What did you do?
2 high highs.
Yeah.
Nice. Great. Brilliant. Good. It's just try to not burn my computer while we're doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
um,
They've also made a new album just now, actually.
Gorillaz
It's really
or
good. Yeah. Gorillaz, yeah, it's really good, I think.
yeah.
It's very like modern sounding though, but it's very easy to listen to. Like so easy to just like sit down and just like float away to.
Yeah.
So to prove it, I had a long drive home, which is what is it, 2 hours to drive from here to Jutland, right? Jutland. I
Yeah.
listened to the new
Probably.
album and I like zoned out. Well,
Huh?
sorry, what'd you say?
Oh, I said probably to the 2 hours.
Mm. Yeah, thereabouts.
Yeah.
With the way I'm driving, it'll only be 2 hours. Because I'm driving slow.
That's
Without a window.
I think that raises an interesting question. Like when you put something on, do you actively listen to it or is it just on in the background?
That, yeah, that is a good question. It sort of depends. In general, I will have it going like I can focus on it well enough while doing something else that I can sing along and kind of go with the beat like something beatbox a little bit.
Mm.
But I will not be really aware enough that I can make out proper like deep lyrics or full sentences or something. Do you?
Mm. Yeah, I think I do. Um, I, I mean, it also depends because like most of the stuff I listen to is I don't know the same 20 songs on repeat or something like
Mm,
that. Um, which I
right.
know by heart now, right?
Mm.
Every little lick and I don't know flourish. But
Aye, aye.
I don't know if there's a band I really like and they release a new album, I will sit down and listen to it end to end, just really focused. Probably listening to it like a couple of times if I got the time. And be like,
Right. So
yeah,
like,
really trying to figure out what it's about, trying to capture all the nuances in it.
mm, but you are also like you are like okay. So we both have very strong connections to music, but you have a very strong and like big knowledge, as I said before.
Mm,
So like
yeah,
doing that makes perfect sense for someone like you because you can really like pick out pieces and you know like really like, yeah it's a bit of a puzzle to work out for you then, isn't it, in some way?
yeah, kinda, I guess.
Yeah, that's kind of awesome. Like, but do you then like do you take up um like do you put on lyrics or something so you could read all that first, or do you just like completely just sit there, listen, closed eyes? What kind of?
No, I think the first time is without the lyrics. Like I try to listen for him, but if there's something I don't
Mm,
like fully get, that's fine. First time is about the music, definitely.
hmm. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. It's funny because Simon mentioned this the other day as well. He started doing this when something new comes out from, for example, when Gorillaz album came out. Um, he just like sat down, put on like turned on his speaker, sat down, did nothing, sort of in a meditating kind of mood,
Mm,
and then just like listened to the full album, just sitting there, just going with the flow of it.
yeah,
Because he can only do that once. He said you can only listen to something for the first time once, and he wants that to be special.
yeah,
Is that
that
kind of
makes total
yeah? Is that
sense.
kind of the same thing for you? Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess I don't fully agree with the. I mean, yeah, you can only listen to something the first time once, but I think
Mm.
with every listen, like new aspects of it comes up.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would
like
say so.
to a certain extent.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I mean, what was it? There was something I was listening to the other day where this actually happened. Can't remember. It happened the other day as well, like where I'd listen to one of my old songs that I listened to over and over because it's on in my library, and I just put full library on to listen to when I'm out working.
Mm.
And then something came up that I'd never really noticed. That I was like, oh, this is actually a cheeky little twist of wording because it has a double meaning or something.
Yeah.
And I love when that happens. Like that makes me like visually grin when I'm in the car, like driving around. Like people must think I'm insane because it just sounds like I go, ha! And then I'm like, that's crazy. Start talking to myself like a mental person. But yeah, I think I love that so much. It's so great.
I think.
Did you mention an album before that I didn't get, or like an artist?
I don't think so, but I'm about to.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Cause yeah, I think it works especially well when you know a little bit of the background behind the album. So sometimes when a new album comes out, I'll go ahead and read a couple of articles about it or interviews with the artist to gain before to gain some perspective on their point of view. And what they call 21 Pilots released a new album like right after during the pandemic, like that weird transitioning area.
Yeah, that's like the one with what's the I'm sure I know exactly which one you're talking about. Do you remember what it's called?
It is called Icy and Scaly, or Cold and Scaly.
Scaled and Icy.
Scaled and Icy. There it is.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, where I saw they had released it, and I was kind of, I don't know, should I listen, should I not? Because their previous album was a bit of a disappointment, I think. The one with Stressed Out on it.
Right. Question.
Yeah.
Did you not like the song Stressed Out?
Yeah, I did. I think that was one of the more solid pieces on that album. But
yeah, because that one is number one right now.
Yeah. But all in all, I think compared to their work before that album, it was a bit of a disappointment. But then I read some articles where it said, the guy that wrote the songs was very inspired, like by being penned up during the pandemic. And I guess that's not really special because I feel like a lot of artists have used that by now.
Yeah.
But what really struck me was that one of the songs called Redecorate was about how his a couple he was friends with lost a child to suicide. And the whole song is just like, he tries to take the place of the child, give an insight into his mind, and it's just like the chorus goes something like, "I don't want to leave this place. At least let me clean my room." Yeah, and then it goes on with like, I don't know, the least I can do if I'm going out is, not be a burden to the people I leave behind. And it's really gut-wrenching.
Yeah. That sounds kind of painful to listen to in some way.
It is, yeah. But also really cathartic. Because I think
sure.
You do get some perspective on, like, I mean, you and I, we like to joke about suicide and, like, between us.
Yes, you do. That's what you do these days. Look all over the internet. Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, the perspective of the people you leave behind, I think, is really powerful.
Oh yeah, that is. I don't know if that's okay to say online, but that has been a major reason why I could not and will never do it, because
Yeah,
it's just not fair. It's just not fair.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Can I go on a tangent with the suicide stuff?
Yeah, go ahead. This
Cool.
is a safe space.
Oh, thank you. That's fucking. Where's my rope? No. Um. No, I know someone. Of course, I'll not say who or anything like that, but I do know someone who had some major issues not too long ago, and they told me they tried to do this, which I'm not entirely sure they were actually set on finishing it. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But they were just like teasing the idea to themselves, and then making it a little more real that way. Because I believe it was cutting. Not that that is a serious thing. That is really bad and serious. And God, like I really hope that anyone who does that uh, is okay, because that's yeah, it's hard. It's really hard. Uh, the point is, she told me this suddenly that she had tried way after she'd done it, way after she tried, and I was just like, dude, that is not cool. You're an asshole to me for trying. At least you have told me. And like, because I have this weird idea, and obviously it's got some kinks and flaws to it, but I think you have the right to take your own life, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because it is yours in the end. Uh, but like I would like, for example, I have rules that I think if anyone would do it, follow the rules, because you might want to, you might have to do that for your own sake, if you feel like that's just the only way you can deal. Um, but I think you don't have to be a cunt about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, like suddenly just being gone is not okay. Might be easier for you to deal with, but everyone else has to. Obviously, you wouldn't have to deal with all the problems everyone else has after, but still, come on, man, be cool.
yeah, yeah. I
So,
feel
like,
like
I would say, for
the
example,
same goes for like jumping into traffic or in front of a moving train, something like that.
yeah,
That's
not cool at all.
yeah,
Someone else now has major issues because of that. Someone might die from it. Besides the person who
yeah,
meant to. Yeah. So like I have at least, I think it's two rules I have. I've narrowed it down to, which is one, give it time, like wait at least about 2 months and like see if anything changes. Because if it is really just so bad you cannot deal ever at all, fair. If there is light, maybe check it out. Like if you can, do your very best to like try and work on it. Ask for help to do so, maybe so on and so forth. It's a very muddy idea, but
mm,
wait it out, trying your best to like see if there's any hope there. That makes sense, right?
yeah,
Yeah. And then number two is, if you then, after the at least 2 months wait to like check out the waters, testing the waters, um, if you then decide that that is what you're gonna do, I believe that you should make preparations. Tell everyone that, like, have a sincere talk with people about this. Uh, and if they don't understand, I think that's okay. You can't expect someone to understand that.
yeah,
Um, but have a sincere talk about it, and make them realize how serious you are about how bad you're feeling. Um, and then make sure that you seem sane enough that you won't go into a mental hospital, because that is killing. Jesus Christ. Hidden rule number three. From everything I've heard, that is a bad place to be in. Ugh. Yeah, sorry. That was a bit of a. It's a bit of a weird thing, and very, very, very large tangent. If we count the
yeah.
weight of it.
But I mean, it's good. Like we have to be able to talk about these things because one of the reasons suicide is so awful is because no one talks about it. I feel like um,
Right?
it's taboo and it's not good. That it is
No,
taboo.
no, it isn't. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, also
Yeah, I guess
it
so.
happening is not very nice, but
No.
but yeah, no, no. The taboo part is really it's really bad. Uh, yeah. Yeah, no, I've talked enough about it. I will. If you have anything you need to say about it, I will listen. But
No,
otherwise, I
I
will
think you covered
wait.
it. Like,
Right.
and yeah, I mean, I know we stand pretty much in the same spot when it comes to that stuff. So yeah,
I think so.
we agree on most stuff there.
Yep. Say so. We're kind of like, you know, suicide soul buddies. So,
I
sorry.
mean, that just makes
Hey,
it sound like we made a suicide pact. It's
you didn't know this, but while you were sleeping, you were talking, and I was talking to you, and you answered. So hey, this is what we're doing now. No, but yeah,
uh,
no. It's yeah. Sorry, I make bad jokes when I am uncomfortable.
yeah.
That's what my psychologist said. So, or at least that's what I told him, and he was like, "Yeah, I can see that," and I was like, "No, really? Sorry." Music.
Yeah, let's move on to something a bit more cheery.
Yes.
Um,
Uh,
I feel like when it comes to music, there's this notion of it's us against them. Like people who like rock or metal.
oh,
It's like people who listen to pop are just sheep
yeah.
following whoever is the most popular right now. And
Yeah.
I definitely used to be like a genre purist.
I
Um,
think we both were back in school, weren't we?
yeah, yeah.
Like a little bit. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't want to label you in case you didn't think so, but I thought
Oh,
definitely.
label
Um,
away.
yeah,
Yeah. We were both
I
pretty
was.
about it.
Yeah, I was very invested in. Should we say hard rock? Maybe not metal so much yet back then, but leaning that way, and really
Yeah, like
thinking.
the disturbed kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a
Uh,
band, by the way.
yeah.
Just if anyone didn't know what I was like, yeah, you're disturbed. Go on.
Yeah, I'm disturbed. I'm down with the sickness.
uh, what a what a what's it called? Reference, I guess.
yeah. um, but yeah, I mean, you took the question right out of my mouth. I was going to ask if you saw yourself as a purist.
Oh, very much so. Much less now as well, like as you like. Nowadays, if anyone's like, "What music do you listen to?" I'm like, "Well, technically anything, but like I think my main ones are rap and rock."
Hmm. Yeah.
Like, yeah. Well, rap, hip hop slash rock is what I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, I do feel like sometimes within a certain genre, so not between genres, I can be a little
Hmm.
bit of a purist. Like I you ever had that question thrown at you like if you could travel to any decade or like choose to be born in another decade, what would you choose?
Hmm.
Right. I would
Of course.
definitely be born like early 80s. So I would have my teen years in the 90s. Because I feel like the grunge, the
Yeah.
grunge alternative
Grunge.
rock there was just really peak.
It was yeah, at another level. Like it's also like if I have I think I have an entire. Well, that's probably more punk though, but punk was also really big then.
Exactly. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, like if you go into Apple Music, which I have, and then like find their mix of some of the best punk or grunge songs, it will almost all be about that era, and then some new stuff as
Hmm.
well. Uh, but yeah, it's definitely it was a huge thing back then.
And I think the sad thing about it is that if you look at some of those bands from back then, I guess
Hmm.
Blink 182 might be a little later, like early 2000s maybe.
I think so.
But you know, some of the early stuff definitely was like anti-establishment, like it's hard being young. We don't know what we want to do with our lives, and I mean, yeah, all
Yeah.
that like existential dread that millennials, Gen Z go through.
Oh yeah.
Um,
But, like that is nothing new.
yeah,
It is just
but but
yeah,
then I mean, some of their new stuff is just like, yeah, you joined the machine.
Rage Against It.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. They did a tour with Lil Wayne, I think, a couple of years back, which just seems so
Wait.
weird.
Yeah, that doesn't really like. Have they made any music with him or anything, or is it just did they like
No,
go
I think he
before him
just,
or?
I think he jumped on some of their stuff, and then they re-released it like that or something.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's kind of crazy. That's nuts. Wait, Lil Wayne, you said right?
yeah. I think
Yeah,
it
because
was
there's
him.
also Lil Jon. I think it's Lil Wayne. Yeah, believe he's the most famous of the people.
Of the Lils.
Yes, yes, yes. Uh,
But it's like, I feel like also there is a shift from bands who used to do like rock and hardcore stuff are
mm.
getting softer.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I don't know if
It's
it's just because they're getting older and like they can't take it anymore, or if it's just like trying to keep up with the times. And I mean, I get it; it's their jobs; like they need to sell. But
yeah.
but
I
also, I
think it's
think it's
kind of a
kind of disappointing.
mix. Yeah, but I think it's kind of a mix because like if especially if you listen to I think Godsmack, if you remember them.
Yeah.
Uh like songs like Crying Like a Bitch or oh what's the one that was used for Prince of Persia? Can't remember. Point is like some of their new albums is so soft, but like I listened to that and I was like, this is why did you change to this? And then when I think about it, I think it's just because they grow up as well.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like, they don't like have this same amount of energy or same amount of rage for like all the bad stuff maybe like a lot of young people might have more of a tendency to,
Yeah. That actually makes really good sense.
right?
Yeah.
Because thinking about it, like I was like, well, if I grew up like right now, I might make songs about any kind of rage or like angry stuff that I'm not okay with, blah blah blah. But growing up, I wouldn't. I mean, I would hope that I'm in a place in my life where it just doesn't matter as much. Like that sounds a little bad to say, but you grow up and hopefully you get a better life along the way,
Yeah.
right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You become maybe more of a family man. You have hopefully a steady relationship in my case at least. Uh, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know what exactly I think, but something like that would definitely change what kind of music I would make.
Exactly. Yeah. I've never really
Yeah.
thought about it that way before, and that's really. It makes me feel good that they're good.
Yes, exactly. That's right. That's the thing. Like, yeah, you're not making the same cool stuff you did, but it seems like you're okay in life, which is
Yeah.
nice.
And maybe that
Yeah.
just means like as I get older, I can still listen to them without
Oh yeah.
being tired of it.
Yeah, exactly. Sooner or later you'll be like, back in the day I used to listen to these old albums, but nowadays, whoo, I loved when they were 70. That's just my spot.
Yeah.
Uh, Not to drag the mood down too much again, but you were talking about that song that was it who made it? The
21
one where
Pilots.
with yes, yeah. Eminem, as I was saying, he has a lot of songs that actually has a lot to do with things that are going on, blah blah blah, especially in his own life. He's American, as you know. I don't know if you heard this. This might come as a shock, but America sometimes have something called school shootings, or just like, public, like, what is it they're called? When someone just like, there was the
Mass
guy that took a
shooting.
truck and just like hit people. Yeah, like
Oh,
mass shootings or like
terrorism.
just going through
Just
crowds or yeah, in general, bad shit in crowds.
yeah.
Uh, he's got a song called Darkness where he's talking as if he's about to go on stage, and then as he's going up there, he's like looking out, he's nervous, and he's like, "Oh, where's everyone? Like, this is not gonna hit us. It did not make a good song." what's gonna happen, and then he keeps trying to calm himself down, and in the end he just snaps, and then he has apparently prepared a bunch of guns, and he's on drugs, and he just goes wild in the crowd. And the song ends with, I think it's mainly school shooting news report, like
Mm.
newscasters, talking about this side of stuff, and it's yeah, puts a very realistic perspective on that as well,
Yeah.
especially as someone from a country where that doesn't really happen. Sorry to bring the mood down again. That's,
That's fine.
yeah.
We're here for it.
You are, because in that case, I have one more.
Is it what's it called? Bullet by what they called? Hollywood Undead.
Not what I was thinking about, but that is also a good one. And that made me think of another good one. Now we got three. Bullet Hell Undead. I think I performed that one at school actually.
Yeah, you did.
When we were at the same one. Yeah, pretty cool. Very good one. Very sad. I'm gonna put it down real quick.
I think that one's really interesting, and I don't know, probably part of why I feel so comfortable talking about suicide and stuff like that today, in that it has this really upbeat feel to it.
Yeah.
But the lyrics are
That is true,
incredibly
yeah.
dark. But I think
yeah.
there's something kind of beautiful in that, you know, the subject of the song has, you know, made his peace with his decision. And yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's about to like, now we're going out, now this is it. We're going. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah. You like follow the entire ramp of this sort of emotional journey of really really sad shit, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know also like it's called All the Other Kids? You know, all the other kids
Yeah.
with the bum dot kicks. Yeah. You know what that is, right?
Yeah, it's about school shootings.
Yeah. It's a classic. I gotta put that one on. I gotta stop saying stuff while I'm trying to find the one I'm looking for. He's made two of them. It's a grime rapper called Dave from the UK, of course, because it's grime. He has first of all, he's got a lot of really emotional and kind of sad grime. Really good too, though. Some of it is just like, you know, a little more party upbeat, but mainly he goes on like this sort of mental journey with you in some way. He's got one called Leslie. That one kills me, man. Gotta put the name. Leslie Dave. He talks about how like an abusive relationship.
Yeah.
And how someone he like randomly met, I think, and I don't know if it's a true story, but he's talking about how this abusive relationship has happened to someone he randomly met on his commute, I think, like commute to work. And she was in, you know, kind of the classic old rut you get in when you're into the wrong kind of people. Not that I know anything about that. um, yeah, and all her friends have been telling her to get away from this guy and stuff like that. Suddenly, she gets away from him, and then she finds out that she's pregnant with his baby. So she tries to get back together with him, try and talk it out. Leaves a voicemail because he's not answering. I believe by this point they have gotten back together. Either that or she's just making very wild assumptions. Because she comes in and she's like, who's this bitch you're with, and blah 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 blah. Because he's with someone else at the moment. Which is probably not the first time he has done that. And then she tells him that she was pregnant, and he just practically almost kills her. Because how could you keep this kind of secret? How blah blah blah. It's all her fault, of course. Police arrive at the scene. She's almost dead. Not caretakers. What are they called? EMC people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
know,
is.
ambulance drivers.
Yeah, the ambulance people, takes her to the hospital. Uh, Arrive, take her away, try and save her. Kid gets born, she dies after pretty much. The police are wondering what the fuck happened. How did this happen? They find in the closet a phone with the voicemail that Leslie sent, uh, and the phone belongs to one of Leslie's friends. So one of the friends that was specifically named in the song earlier, saying, "Please get away from this guy. He's bad for you." While she has then been, doing the dirty behind her back
Oh,
with him. Yeah. And then she's dead, and there's a kid without a proper parent, at least. Other one should not be a parent. So, yeah, pretty crazy.
yeah.
But yeah, really good song though. One hell of a story to that guy. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. We're approaching the hour mark here.
We are.
I was thinking, well, we're not gonna cut it on this downer, but
Okay. Then what's the plan, big man?
I think we do some quick fire questions here right at the end.
Okay.
Just
Hands up.
going back and forth. So I'll do.
Okay, like give.
I'll say favorite album.
Right now it is. The problem is I'm really bad at remembering this kind of stuff. Hilltop Hoods with it's called The Great Expanse. I'm pretty sure. That it's no, it's Drinking from the Sun, Walking Under the Stars, Restrung. Great shit, really good.
Hmm.
Get you in any kind of great mood.
Yeah.
Just could get yours as well, just to make sure.
Oh yeah. I think it's Collide by Skillet.
Fair.
Yeah, some of that 90s alternative hard rock we talked about earlier. A lot of really good songs to just, I don't know, scream your lungs out when life is shit.
Right. What is the one song that you listen to if you're sad? Do you think?
I think it depends on what kind of sad, if that makes sense. Because you can be angry sad, or I don't know, give up kind of sad, or
so in general, just if it's like you're having a bad day, just like everything just kind of feels like keeps going like this.
Yeah. There's great song by Beartooth called. It's just called Up on the Mountain. I don't remember what it's called. It'll be in the description. But yeah, basically it's the verses are, everything is shit. And then the chorus is like this soaring vocals, like really like it's up on the mountain and you can see everything and how it's supposed to be. Yeah, I think that's a really good song to bring the mood up.
Yeah. One thing, what was the album you said before?
Is it called?
In Between. Beartooth In Between. Is that right?
Yeah.
In Between. And what was the album you said before?
Collide.
Let's write it down. Collide. Skillet, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Do you want my take as well?
Yeah.
It's a song, and you should listen to this just after this video is done. Stream is done. It's called Back From Gun. Like, Back From Gone. By WHIRM, worm, and it it's just so nice and simple.
Yeah.
It yeah, and yeah, I don't know, like there's not a lot of lyrics, but the lyrics that are there just resonates perfectly with everything. And every time I hear that, I'm just like, you know what, everything's okay. Just calm down. It's okay. It's just cool. Anything could happen now, and I would be cool with it. I could lose a hand. Kind of sucks, but it's cool. Like it really just like so beautiful, so beautiful. Right. One
Yeah.
last question from both of us.
Yeah. Favorite genre? No, wait. We've kind of done that.
We've kind of done that one, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go favorite artist then. No, wait. We've done that too, haven't we? Well, you've mentioned.
Yes. Pretty much talked about it, at least.
Yeah.
Something else?
I got one. Hold on. I just gotta think about how to formulate it.
Can you do it in Danish?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I got
It's loading.
it. Yeah. Who is the greatest film score composer in your opinion, and why is it Hans Zimmer?
Well, yeah, I mean, it probably would have to be Hans Zimmer, wouldn't it? Like, especially because just thinking about it, for the exact same reason as when people go, no, Stormzy is not the king of grime. I go, yes, he is, because you don't know grime maybe, but you do know Stormzy.
Mm.
Same here. You might not be into all this sort of music, but you do know the name Hans Zimmer. That is something anyone has pretty much heard at some point.
Yeah.
And he's in so many major movies as well, so you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like, yeah. Well, then, what is your answer to this question, sir?
I think in when it comes to quantity, definitely Hans Zimmer. Like he's got to be the one who puts out like the most high quality stuff. I feel like, but in I guess high school, gymnasia, that's equivalent to high school, right?
Gym is second grade school, something like that, second grading school or something in English, I believe.
Oh. I'll just go high school because age-wise, at least, it's pretty much the same. So in high school, for my music class, we did a deep dive in the music of the Lord of the Rings, and I gotta say, like the effort Howard Shore put into that shit is really incredible. Like, pretty much redefined like the movie score genre, or revived it, I'd say.
Actually, yeah. Can I change my answer to the Howard Shore? Because I actually have all of the Lord of the Rings albums in my library.
Yeah.
Unlike most of Hans Zimmer's. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think
It's just...
quantity, Hans Zimmer; quality, Howard Shore.
Makes sense. Those are also some of the greatest movies ever known to man.
Yeah.
So, you know, yeah. A little bit of a sidestep from all the English talk here now. What is your favorite Danish song? If you just come up with something like that. That's a bit of a harder one. Do you want me to answer first?
Oh, I think I got one.
Okay, go.
It's Fritland by Uli Nummer.
Oh, really? How come? If you have any reason.
Because it's just really beautiful. Like it's this acoustic, folksy feel to it. And it's basically a critique of how we treat immigrants. Which I think is really important because, man, they do not have an easy time, especially in Denmark.
No, they do not. Oh, yeah, no. Like, it's, it can be really rough for some of them. So, yeah. So sorry, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Want mine?
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, it's a little hard to pick, but it's definitely a song by Rikke Thompson, the Southern Jutland musician that I sometimes listen to. And it's either going to be Moin når vi kommer, Moin når vi går, Om en hjemve, or Bellebrovej 2. And I think it's going to be Bellebrovej 2. Because that one, every time I hear it, I'm just like, even though I'm not from Southern Jutland, but I'm from Midwest, I think the fact that my dad is from Southern Jutland just kind of makes that song feel like home. Because no one else really would listen to that song and understand it.
No.
And anytime that song would come on, he would be like, here we go, let's listen to it. Dude, it's just a song. It's a good song, but it's just a song. Like, anytime he would hear that kind of dialect, he would just lose it. Yeah, so beautiful, so funny.
That's a wholesome.
Right. Yeah, very wholesome.
Yeah.
Very, very wholesome.
Yeah. So that concludes our musings on music. Yeah, I don't know if you want to tease what we're doing next time or just leave it to futures.
I can tease it, sure, no worries. We're gonna have a little bit of talk about how you definitely need to drink to have fun.
Oh, that's
Or do
good.
you?
I can. We're gonna have some actual discussion next time. I can.
We will maybe, and also I will give a little bit of an extra tease because I have a little bit of a funny thing with that. I sometimes think other people need to drink for me to have fun with them, which is wrong to say. Definitely wrong. That is a wrong thing to say. But yeah. Right. Do you wanna roll us out, boy?
Yeah. I guess. Do we have an official sign off? Guess not.
We
right?
were talking about doing something last time, but I forgot about it.
Yeah. I guess we'll just thank you for tuning in. It's a pleasure.
Yes.
And yeah, we'll see you next week.
Aye,
Thursday,
for drunk
8
talk.
o'clock p.m.
Yes. Danish time.
Danish time, right?
Mm.
Not general main time.
No.
Western
It's
Europe.
+1.
Paris. GMT +1. Right, okay, I'm ending this.